around changing locations and shit. Man, into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way, I made. Sacrificing time for this shit, man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago, they ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool, I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace, I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend, we should try again. You been on my mind, you should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl, you know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your
Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store, man. And when all three of us come together, man, it's Cowboys Uncut.
Goddess.
West Coast Cowboy in the middle, the Kanye West of this content stuff.
And I'm a day one type of girl. Ain't nothing wishy-washy over here. I don't jump around, stick to one side. Yeah, the silver, the blue, we got them in their feelings. That star on the field, come pay the D a visit. They say it's hatred, is it? I call it hate and simping. Cause if we wasn't that hating, they wouldn't be in our business. Listen, West Coast say the water tastes better. The fan base go harder, and all the ladies get wetter. Yeah, that's how it is when you straight reppin' for Dallas. We get it in the trap, and landlord tell us what's happening. No explanations in no shape, form, or fashion. When Henny drop the stats, ain't nothing else to be asking. Them numbers don't lie, that's why your argument dry. And we still got them rings, you got your eyes on our prize. Whether an eagle, a giant, or a commando, you in the parking lot crying, we in the Lambo. We stay in our bag, we run it up in the draft. You still talking about the 90s, so who's stuck in the past? Get off me, and I'ma need you 6 feet back. And we ain't hearing nothing till your team beat that. And we ain't scared of running. So only one team over here is Cowboys, believe that. Yeah, this you got is the poet. Big up West Coast Cowboy, HTM Sports, and Landlord from Alabama. Y'all check them boys out, man. Don't play around with the Cowboys content. Yeah, and you know it's DC, yeah. DC 4L. All day. Every day.
My dear Aunt Sally, we is at the P right now. We gotta go to free agency, then we gotta go to draft, then we can talk about training camp.
And Stephen Jones, who's also a multi-millionaire, moves and feels like a what? Like a dude that is got $15 in his bank account.
We finna come marching to Dallas with our picket signs, ticket torches, everything we can find.
And we are live. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy, Henny the Moore, reporting live from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing today? And this is Cowboys Uncut. I am in here with the one and the only John the Baptist of this Dallas Cowboys content, West Coast Cowboy. Now I think Cuz is traveling and having a little bit of technical difficulties, so we gonna be in here rocking and rolling until my brother gets back in here, man. And we're gonna have us up a great show in the building, man. So salute to everybody out there already coming in and showing support, rocking out with us in the chat box. I see my boy Joe Tranchina from Italy, not from China. I see you. Thank you for tapping in and showing love. CR7 is the best. What's up with you? Thank you for tapping in and rocking out with us in the liquor store and over in the West Coast. Shout out to host Rose. Said, yeah, here we go. Oh, she got that Dak down pack right there. I see you. Salute to you. Thank you for coming in and rocking with your boy in the liquor store, man. And hey, y'all know the proper rules of engagement when y'all tap in with your independent content creators, man. First and foremost, when y'all slide in here, make sure y'all hit that like button. The more likes that we get on these videos that we drop in live streams, the more that YouTube is going to push the content to other folks. So you got love for West Coast Cowboy, you like his content, and you want to see West Coast Cowboy to continue to grow and prosper and flourish, all you got to do is hit that like button to help the brother out, man. If you got love for Henny over here in the liquor store, and you like getting drunk on this Dallas Cowboys content, all you got to do to help us out, man, is hit that like button. Share it as well, man, because sharing is caring. The more folks you share it with, the more people going to know that we live, the more people that going to come in, the more people that will sub up. He said NYC in the house. What's up, Illmatic? I see you. Tamika in the building. What's up with you? My boy Drez in the building. What's up with you, man? Thank you for tapping in and showing love. President of Earth. How much is crack? Now I have no idea how much crack costs, but I know yo grab all the shit right now and tell you. She know what a half is, how much a brick is. She knows. She knows. She's a functioning crack addict. So you can holler at her. She got you. Justin Kitchen in the building, man. What's good with you? And listen, we're going to talk about some stuff today, man. When Wes gets back in the building, we're going to spin the block on the game me and Landlord played. Now, we played a game called Wait, Trade, Extend. Right? We played a game called Wait, Trade, Extend. And I really want to play it with Wes because he's really the one that inspired this game that we're going to play. Like you saw what we did the last time. Wes really inspired it because a couple of years ago, right, a couple seasons back, we had a player, right? We had a player that was balling, going crazy, right? And Wes came up with the idea to say, hey, man, let's trade him because I don't believe the production that he is giving us is going to last and translate. So while there is still a market for him, let's trade him and get something back in return. And everybody was mad as hell at West Coast. But the crazy thing about it, Wes was right because the player in question name was Dorrance Armstrong. And Dorrance Armstrong fizzled out as the season went on. And then you lost Dorrance Armstrong for next to nothing in free agency when he went and signed with the Washington Commanders. So Wes really inspired this game that we're playing because we're going to play that similar game and ask that question with multiple people on the Dallas Cowboys roster that either up for a contract extension or pending free agents, so on and so forth. So when Wes finally gets everything resolved on his end, we'll be playing that. He said, what's up with you, man? He said, what's good, Henny? I can't call it, man. Life is good. I cannot complain. It's another day above ground. We're able to fellowship. We're able to talk Dallas Cowboys content. And so everything's good on my end, man. But thank you for tapping in with me, man. But what y'all can do for me, make sure y'all slap the shit out of an Eagles fan, man, on the way into the building. They flying around. They eating raw horse shit off the ground. They doing entirely too much. We must deal with them immediately. They flying around spreading salmonella as we speak. Also, shout out to my boy Justin Kitchen for the Cash App, man. He said, I was sent a Cash App by Justin Kitchen just for the love and support. I appreciate you, man. If y'all want to be like Justin Kitchen and help keep the lights on in the liquor store, buy yourself a bottle, hit the like button, man. Hit the Cash App. The Cash App is at the bottom. It's $ Henny DeMore. But while we wait for Mr. Run the Damn Ball himself to get in so we can play this game, let's talk about running the damn football. Let's talk about running the damn football right now. Because there is a different style of offense that is coming to Dallas in 2025. If you believe in Brian Schottenheimer and what he's shown over the years and his style of football, run the damn ball might actually be back in Dallas. What I am comparing right now is what Brian Schottenheimer did as a play in terms of what McCarthy did as a play caller, play percentage, and how that aligns with running the damn football. Now, in 2018, Brian Schottenheimer was the offensive play caller for the Seattle Seahawks. In 2018, the Seahawks had the lowest pass play percentage in the National Football League. They threw the ball. Hold on, let me see. I think this is Wes trying to come in. Can you hear me, cuz? Can you hear me,
Hello?
Wes? Yeah, can you
Yeah, I
hear
can
me?
hear you.
I bet, man, bet. So, hey, West Coast is in the
I can hear
building,
you.
man.
I can hear you.
Bet, we live. Go ahead, chop it up with us, man. All right. Well, he is gone. But, we're going to keep pushing on, man. We're going to keep pushing on until Wes gets situated somewhere with some better Wi-Fi. We're going to keep rocking and rolling with the Cuzzy, man. Like I say, he always holds us down. So we're going to hold Cuz down till they get back in the building, man. And since he is the originator of this run the damn ball stuff, we're going to talk about it. So in 2018, they were the most run-heavy team in the National Football League. They actually had the number one rushing overall offense in terms of yardage. So, vice versa, they also had the lowest pass play percentage in the National Football League. They ranked at only 32nd with 47.56%. So they didn't even throw the ball 48% of the time. Right now, let's move to 2019, the very next season. He's still the offensive coordinator. They still have one of the best running offenses in the National Football League. They only threw the ball 54.34% of the time. That was 27th. So first two seasons of Brian Schottenheimer being the play caller over there with the Seattle Seahawks, they had back-to-back top rushing offenses, and they also had back-to-back seasons of being bottom in the National Football League in pass play percentages. 32nd in 2018, 27th in 2019. So they weren't really throwing the ball a lot, but they were effective with the passing attempts that they gave Russell Wilson. I think Wes trying to come back in through the back door again, man. Let me see what Cuz is in here. Hold on. Say something, Cuz.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, let's roll while we got it.
Let's rock, man. So, hey, what you feel about running down ball this year, man? Do you think that running down ball is back in Dallas with Brian Schottenheimer being the play caller, given his track record?
I hope so. I mean, I think the only thing, because I mean, even with an OC that doesn't even believe in running the ball, we've been in positions with years where it just made more sense, and we still didn't do it. So I think I'm still under the impression that we gotta wait and see. The talent at the running back position doesn't say that they want to run it at a superstar level. They want to run it at more of a consistent level. I don't know, man.
Because Wes,
the talent level is just kind of weird right now at the running back position.
You really already answered one of the questions I had for you. Because I don't believe in the philosophy they doing. Because they basically are going running back by committee again. And I don't think I like that too much, bro.
Me neither.
And then what surprises me, there was like some bell cow backs on the board when the Dallas Cowboys were picking.
When the Dallas Cowboys,
I can hear you. I can hear myself echoing too.
I can hear myself.
Is it bad?
Yeah, it was awful. It's gone now. It's gone now. But yeah, like they passed on the opportunity to get like a Caleb Johnson. They passed on the opportunity to get a Damian Martinez. There were a bunch of running backs that were actually 3-down backs that could have been featured that the Dallas Cowboys passed on. And that concerns me a little bit, bro. I ain't going to hold you. Because you're going in there with Javonte Williams, who hit 1,000 yards. Phil Maffa only production because he wasn't the featured guy in Clemson until this year. So matter of fact, I'm gonna ask you, Wes, because we ain't gonna even count the rookies. Out of the veteran running backs we got, who do you think has the best chance of being running back one going into the season? Just from what your personal beliefs are.
Going into the season, just from what your personal beliefs are.
Because I don't think the Cowboys, like you said, I don't think the Cowboys are looking for a running back. I think the Cowboys are looking for, because if they were, I mean, the Cowboys wanted a wide receiver one. They have CeeDee Lamb. They wanted a quarterback one, so they have Dak Prescott. When the Cowboys wanted to be clear and decisive on what they want, they do get a guy, and then they surround that guy around just random guys. So when I look at this right here, it lets me know that the Cowboys may not be done at the running back position. You know what I'm saying? Because it sounds like they got a bunch of guys trying out for the team. You know what I'm saying? So, and, you know, one thing about the running back position is there's going to be a lot of running backs that get released, you know, after preseason games and stuff like after the second free agency. Now, obviously, that's the bargain bin. But hey, that's where we shop at. That's where we tend to shop at. So I got to be excited about, you know, when Mama say, "Look, we going to the thrift store," I get all giddy inside because I know that's where we about to go get our little noodles and noodles. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, the Cowboys might not be done. You know what I'm saying? It makes me think they're not done because I mean, all these guys sound like they're trying out, and all these guys sound like they're just going to be as good as the next guy. And if they're just as good as the next guy, that means they all average. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, out of the veterans, I would say if Miles Sanders, if this was 5 years ago, maybe,
Right.
like before he was an Eagle, when he was an Eagle, maybe. The other dude, Cowboy fans, we gonna get excited about a guy because we can see a dude suck in another uniform for 5 years and he put on that star and all of a sudden he better. And, hey man, hey man, live your life, man. However you want to live it, I'm all for it. But that mess don't tend to work out, man. So I don't really have faith in none of these guys. So that's why I'm putting most of the offensive line ability to run block. Because hey, maybe we get back to that mindset where maybe they're on that mindset where our offensive line is gonna be so good that we could put anybody behind there. Maybe they on that mindset again. Because the last time we had 3 first-round picks, if you have 3 first-round picks on your offensive line and there's only 5 positions that you can play, your offensive line should be good.
Yeah,
like your offensive line, what you've invested into this offensive line, they should be good. You have 3 first-round picks invested in this line, and there's only 5 guys on the line. So yeah, they should be good.
Hope so. Oh, so I can still hear that.
Oh yeah, that's go ahead.
All right, so I would just say this, bro. I understand what people.
Hey, do me a favor. Just mute me when I'm not talking.
I think I can do that. All right, so this is the thing that bothers me about this entire situation. Sure, you can have a running back committee and you can win some games, but if we're talking about winning big, is these running back tandems? They aren't the things that are getting to Super Bowls and winning. You know what I'm saying? When you look at how the Eagles did it, right? They had a premier featured back, and it was Saquon Barkley when they got there and they finally got over the hump. When you talk about what we did back in the day, it was an Emmitt Smith, and that was the featured back, and that got us over the hump. When you talk about even the Seahawks, when they actually went to 2 Super Bowls and won one, it was Marshawn Lynch beast mode that was the featured back. When they had running back by committee, we beat them in the first round, and then they got bounced out the playoffs those other times as well. They didn't even make I don't even think they made championship games at that point. So it's not that running back by committee can't work in the regular season. I just don't got enough information to show that it works in the postseason like that. Because I can't think of the team that just had a stable of running backs, like they 3-4 deep at running back of average guys, and they use that to get to the Super Bowl. Like when your running back room is usually that bad, you're passing the hell out the football. Like I've seen the Rams have an average running back and win a Super Bowl, but they were throwing the Cooper Kupp 1,000 times a game. So I don't know if you could be a run dominant football team and get to where you want to go with a running back committee. What do you think about that? I can't think of one, bro.
It just depends if running the ball is if running the ball is going to be what you're going to hang your hat on, then you probably you're going to need a 3-down back, man. You're going to need one. Now I know in NFL You've had teams like the Seahawks who have led the league in rushing, and they didn't have a predominant running back, but they also had a predominant running quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily Russell Wilson was running out like Michael Vick, but he was still contributing healthily to that stat. We don't have that in Dak Prescott, nor we probably even want that in Dak Prescott with his injury history. So, I mean, this is the thing. You just need guys better than what we have. Like, even if you're going to have a committee, can they just be a better committee than what we have?
Facts.
Like, you know what I mean? Like we have to have like the bottom of the barrel to pick from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because like if we had a running back committee like the Lions, they went and got a veteran 1,000-yard rusher, and then they got the 12th overall pick as running back for that running back committee. They don't got just some random dudes they picked up off the street and some late round running backs filling that role. You know what I'm talking about?
Facts. Absolutely. So that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, why can't you put Nick Chubb in there? Why can't you put? I mean, if you told me we had Nick Chubbs, Miles Harris, who's another guy that's available, right? That's free agency. We just got a bunch of, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Then you could maybe be able to sell me on a committee, but I'm gonna tell you, you can't do committee because committees are easy to figure out. It's easy to figure out what a team is doing when they have a committee of things. Why? Because that means guys are only getting used on certain plays and certain things. All you got to do is figure out when they're getting used, and you guess what? You pretty much figured out their offense. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, what's hard to figure out is one guy who can do it all. You know what I'm saying? So you need a guy who can pretty much do it all. You don't need a guy that you got to bring in on pass block, and then a guy that you got to bring in to catch the ball, then a guy you got to bring in to run. You know, you can't do all that. Why? Because that's easy to figure out. The defense figures you out, then you figure it out. But yeah, you do need I totally support. You know, you definitely need a number one running back. Like, you need a number one quarterback and a number one wide receiver. And more importantly, like you said, our history says that that's how we win.
Facts.
So yeah, that's where I'm at.
So Wes, I was telling them that you actually inspired this game that we're finna play, because I like giving folks they flowers while they still here to smell them. Because you were right about Dorrance Armstrong when everybody was telling you were crazy, we shouldn't get rid of him. What happened, what you said was going to happen, happened the exact same way you said was going to happen. Dorrance Armstrong fizzled out towards the end. We never traded him, and he walked, and we got absolutely nothing for him. So we're going to play a game, Wes, called Wait, Trade, Extend. And I'm going to pull up some players that are either A, in the last year of their contract, or B, are up for a contract extension. We can either A, wait, let them play out the season and wait to see what we want to do. We can B, trade their ass right now, or B, or D, or C, whatever the hell it is. We can extend them and keep them here in Dallas long term. Sound good?
Yeah.
I bet. So let me see. Let me get this shit pulled up real quick. And we're going to start. We're going to start with the first player, man. We got Landlord's guy, Sam the Slam Williams. So, Wes, knowing what you know right now, remember the 2025 season has not been played. Would you wait and see how it plays out, trade him right now, or would you extend Sam Williams? Go.
I would probably, honestly, since I'm a sneaky SOB when it comes to contracts, I'll probably try to extend him, because you could probably get him for the cheapest you could probably ever get him right now. Why? Because he's coming off injury. That's if you believe in him. Trade, I don't think you can trade a guy coming off an injury. I mean, you can if somebody wants him, but I don't think that you would never get the return of value that you was trying to get. So I would probably say the best thing for me would probably be to look to extend him, and then, take advantage of the fact that he's coming off injury.
So Wes, you out here trying to finesse. See, you've been covering the Dallas Cowboys too long, because you sound like Stephen Jones. Because this is the same reason why Michael Gallup has got a contract. Because they knew they would probably be the cheapest they would ever get Michael Gallup. And he signed a very team-friendly deal with other wide receivers signed. So you are right about that. If you were to extend Sam Williams right now, because listen, remember this: the pass rusher market is crazy. You got pass rushers that make over $30 million a year right now. The pass rusher market is getting very similar to what wide receivers make. Right? It's already over corner money. Pass rushers get good damn money. To get somebody like Sam Williams long term with the kind of upside he has, I get why Wes said he would extend him. I do. I really do.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, cuz.
All right. You can go ahead and move.
All right, so you ready for the next one? Yo, you there, cuz? Alright, so while Cuz goes through this, I'm going to bring up the next person that's on the docket in this game of wait, trade, extend. And we're going to bring up wide receiver Jalen Tolbert. And me personally, I'm going to say wait. I think I already said this the last time that we played the game. But just so everybody knows where I stand on this. With Jalen Tolbert, he has done absolutely nothing for me to want him in Dallas. Now, he's an okay wide receiver. He might even be an okay wide receiver 3. What's me damn? I'm just saying. 'Cause I don't believe in paying wide receiver 3s.
I know, I'm just playing with you.
Yeah, I don't believe in paying wide receiver 3s, dog. And honestly,
no,
like
you draft him.
Just draft somebody. He a 3rd round pick. Draft if you want to upgrade, draft somebody in the 2nd round. You spend a whole upgrade right there at the position. You just draft somebody in the 2nd round. They probably be better.
And you get their youth. This the thing, man. This the thing. If you're drafted 4 years ago to be a number 3 receiver, and 4 years later you're still a number 3 receiver, you didn't get the assignment, dog. You know what I mean? Like you didn't read between the lines, dog. You know what I mean? That might have been your opportunity, dog. You know what I'm saying? You get what I mean? Like if I drafted you in the 3rd round to be a number 4 receiver, to be a number 3 receiver, and 4 years later you're still a number 3 receiver, you haven't etched into that number 2 or tried to be a number 1, then yeah, I'm about to go draft, because you're trying to come up. You know what I'm saying? I want a 3rd round receiver that ends up being a number 2. You know what I'm saying? That ends up being possibly even number 1. Those are the type of dudes you re-sign. To sign a dude just to be your 3rd receiver and he's gonna be older, nah, I'm cool. So I'm 100% on that. You don't sign 3rd receivers. You don't re-sign 3rd string anything. There's not a 3rd string anything that you should re-sign at any position.
Exactly. Because listen, if you a cold wide receiver 2 and you could be a wide receiver 1 or another team, yeah, I damn sure gonna re-sign you. I'm gonna keep you long.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna re-sign you. Because that's a steal.
If you a wide receiver, yeah, it's a super steal. But if you're just a wide receiver 3 and we got. I'm sorry, bro. You know, I wish you all the best. We're going and salute Jalen. All right, I'm back in here. I don't know what the hell. The Wi-Fi monster have been beefing with me all day, man. But I'm back. I'm
here.
Man, so you still there? All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. I'm sorry, JV. I've been fighting the Wi-Fi monster. He been winning. He been winning lately. I ain't gonna hold you, but we still fighting a good fight. So we gonna go to the next person though, cause I think we've been in agreement with both of these so far. So let's try this one. Now this is an easy one. You know, like this is super easy. This is Tyler Smith. He should have been extended an hour ago, days ago, months ago. I really don't think we need to spend too much time on it. I'm just going to ask you though. Wait, trade, extend for Tyler Smith.
I mean, I'm gonna extend, but I understand why the Cowboys haven't, because you drafted him in the first round for contractually for a reason. Why? Because that first round pick comes with a 5-year contract, possibly even 6 if you franchise tag him. So the Cowboys, they're not gonna extend him. I mean, now obviously it would make you would save more money in the long run extending him. Why? Because you would take the big hump now instead of taking it down the road. But for whatever reason, the Cowboys I can almost guarantee you they're going to allow him to play on his deal as long as they're able to keep him on his rookie deal. Then
Yeah,
they're gonna
and
try
you
to
just talk.
go ahead.
Am I back? I'm back. I think I'm back. All right. It's like if you're just talking about bookkeeping and managing the contracts, I understand it, but I do feel to a certain degree, once you know how good somebody is, he's an all-pro player, and he'll probably be an all-pro player again this year. Guys like that, I like locking them up before the market balloons again. You know, that'd be my only critique about it, because I understand why they did it, and I might understand why they do it with Tyler Guyton, you know, over like a Tyler Smith, because if Tyler Guyton is still struggling around this time, then I understand why you wait and see. But a guy like Tyler Smith that's already considered one of the best in the league, the sooner I sign him, the sooner that deal becomes an actual. So I understand, but I hate the Dallas Cowboys drag their feet sometimes. Steve fooling with them though. It could just be me.
Nah, that's a good way to look at it.
So let's go to a
I mean, you
little
always
tough.
want to just pay people, get it over with, man. Like, it's like, just get it over with. Just you want to pull the band-aid over slow. You want to pull the band-aid off slow, or you want to pull it off fast. Just rip it off, man. Get it over with.
Facts.
Facts.
So Wes, we're gonna look at another name real quick. This is Jake Ferguson. So before I even ask you, wait, trade, extend, I do want to point out what the tight end market is looking like right now, right? Because I know folks love Jake Ferguson. I know he's a fan favorite, but I personally, just me, I don't think he's a $19 million a year player. He may not even be a Dallas Goedert kind of player worth $14 million a year. You know what I'm saying? So if Jake Ferguson wants to reset the market on his next contract, I might have to trade Cuz. I think I might have to trade Cuz because he's only had 1 year of real production. He barely did anything his rookie year because Dalton Schultz was still here. He was amazing his second year. And then last year, he did not even catch a touchdown. Right? And he played he didn't catch a single touchdown. I understand there were things around him that weren't right. I understand he had a concussion, the knee injury, but damn, no touchdowns. And we came to the season looking at you as the number 2 option on the offense. So I think I might fuck around and trade Cuz and try something else to tight end. What you think, bro?
I mean, listen, I told everybody last year when they was trying to tell me Ferg was going to be the reincarnation of whatever they thought he was going to be the reincarnation of. You know what I'm saying? I literally had this conversation. I was banging the table like, bruh, y'all be getting so sold on these boys, but they ain't showed nothing, man. And guess what? When it was time listen to me, you're not that guy when nobody requires you to be that guy. You're that guy when you're that guy. When we require you and need you to be that guy. He ain't that guy. You're not that dude. What it is.
Yeah, because I I came into the season expecting more. You know what I'm saying? One of the reasons why people were okay, you know, not addressing wide receiver is because Dak love tight ends. He gonna take the next step with Dak Prescott. He gonna get all the targets. He's gonna be our number 2 option. And bro went out there and laid an egg, laid a motherfucking egg. So yeah, dog. And listen, we should have probably drafted a tight end this year. You know, I know Brevin Spanford is developing. I know we got the other kid, John Stevens Jr., who hasn't been able to stay healthy. And Mike, nobody's taking for Arch because Arch's not gonna come out next year. The Mannings are rich as hell. He's not coming out of college with only 1 year of starting experience. They're not gonna set him up for failure. He got all the money in the world. He's rich. His family rich. He's gonna stay in Texas, dog. I promise you that. But yeah, Wes, you 1,000% right about that.
But yeah, Wes, you 1,000% right.
Yeah, and you know, I want to see Archie Manning play a whole season.
Yeah.
Before people start talking about tanking for him. That's what I want to see. I want to see him play a whole season. But what was I gonna say, man? I say it like this, man. Cowboys at the tight end position, they've always gotten guys for low prices, but got high work out of them. Jason Witten, where was he drafted? Dalton Schultz, where was he drafted? You know, it's just, I mean, you look at the greats, you just got to look at it, man. Like, the Cowboys have never, and I think Jason Witten is probably no, Shoemaker. Actually, the Cowboys ain't going to draft. Listen to me, Shoemaker probably messed it up for everybody, keep it real. I was there at the tight end position right there. So I think what you're going to see in 2020 this year, I think they're going to try to make Shoemaker, like, they're going to have to force feed him at some point because they're going to pay him too. Or they're going to have to let him go. That's a second round pick.
Man.
So, the Cowboys tight end room look worse than the running back room, keep it real. But you got hope in John Stevens.
See, that's the thing. I like John Stevens. He just can't ever stay healthy. And one thing because it's not going to be fair to him, because I think he's coming off of another injury. Did John Stevens not re-injure himself this last year? Because I think he tore something or hurt something this year. Because I know he had the ACL in preseason his first year. And then this year, I think he got hurt again. Let me Google this shit real quick. Same knee injury that sidelined him. Yeah, he had ACL injury to the same damn knee. So he's coming off back-to-back torn ACLs in the same knee. So I don't even think I can count on John Stevens.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, that is a very good point. One would like to hope his NFL body is coming into NFL terms now, because God dang, Lord Jesus Christ, how you gonna let this boy make it out up to the NFL and not let him play? Like, come on. What they say? They say God have sometimes God have a sense of humor and we just don't get the joke. Hey, God, dog, man, let the boy have a chance. His parents bought 13 jerseys from me last year. 13. 81 jerseys. Boy didn't even play one regular season game. Not because he ain't good, because he can't stay healthy. And it sucks because these dudes ain't out here getting hurt on purpose. So ain't really much they can do about it. But God, dog, bro. But yeah, man, I mean, that's who I would like to. I mean, athletic, huge build, just can't stay healthy. But that's who I would like to see. That's who you would like to, you know what I'm saying? But with Ferguson, man, I'm sorry. I didn't have faith in him last year, so.
I mean, that's fuck.
He's a Michael Gallup. He was a Michael Gallup for me.
Yeah, I definitely can see that, dog. So, hell, let's move on to another one, man. Because I'm on the fence with this one because this the thing. This the Ron Bland, by the way. Because at first I said you might need to trade the Ron Bland because they're not going to pay 2 corners. But then I heard them talking crazy about Trayvon Diggs, right? Because listen, follow me, because I'm always with my conspiracy theories, Wes. So Siobhan Revel, they drafted Siobhan Revel in the 3rd round. Siobhan Revel's NFL comp was Trayvon Diggs. The scouts leaked that they gave him a nickname, and they artificially generated this man a nickname and called him the Condor. Then Jerry Jones went out there and took a shot at Trayvon Diggs, talking about his work ethic and how he didn't like the way that he rehabbed from the last injury. Stuff like that makes me believe that if they move a corner, it might actually be Trey. What do you think about that, or am I reading too much into it?
He makes $20 million a year. If I don't like the way you work out, I'm saying it. Especially when it comes to like rehab. Jerry's always spoken about guys in their rehab, and be honest with you. Like Jerry has a habit of saying stuff to motivate players. So I really got to see the ins and outs of his contract, because that's what's going to really determine if the Cowboys are going to really try to move on from him. If there's a huge savings, or if there's a lump they can take right now, but then it saves them next year down the road, then you might see it. But I'm going to be honest with you. Right now is not the time to trade Trayvon Diggs, because whoever takes him on is going to have to take on that contract, and he's coming off an injury, and you don't know if he's going to play week 1. So, I don't even know if he's tradable right now, keep it real, because I don't think he's medically cleared to play. So, yeah. So he'd have to be 100% healthy to trade. And if Trayvon Diggs is 100% healthy, I want him on my team. So, yeah. So I'm out of the question on that. DeRon Bland will be the guy that you would want to trade. Why? Because you have the biggest value on him. Why? Because he isn't on a contract. He still is technically on his rookie deal. And the thing that sucks about Diggs, though, is the only people that he hasn't really gotten he hasn't gotten blessed for all the great things that he did. Like he had a historic season, a better season than Deion Sanders ever had. He did something Deion Sanders never did. And the next year they gave it to a whole nother cornerback, the defensive player of the year. Like, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. So it's like, not Diggs, but Bland is the guy that you would have wanted to trade. You would have wanted to trade him before he freaking got all the injuries. Keep it real, because now his value's down too. You're going to take a lump on. Right now I'm not trading none of these dudes, bro. I'm trying to win a Super Bowl in 2025. So, I'm trying. Let me win a Super Bowl and everybody's going to get a bump. But yeah, I want him on my team. I want both of them on my team. And then a 3rd round pick. I'm sorry, I don't believe in 3rd round picks being good enough to come in and take guys' positions at pretty much any position. You know what I'm saying?
Agree.
Maybe quarterback, but no, not a 3rd round pick. 1st round pick, you're not drafting a guy in the 3rd round to take Diggs or Bland spot. And both them dudes were all pro. Jerry just talking. You know what I'm saying? Jerry also believed in Joseph Randle, who later on that season got caught stealing cologne. Hey man, it's all public record. I'm not snitching.
You ain't told no lie. Like I said,
hey, it's not snitching if you just repeat what the report said.
So yeah, man. I'm not trying to move a meter, but the Dallas Cowboys also do things I totally disagree with. That's why we had the conversation. But you're right, Jerry might just be talking, and I hope that he just be talking, man. Because DeRon Bland, like we didn't get the benefit of seeing DeRon Bland and Trayvon Diggs play a full season when we had Stephon Gilmore. We could have had one of the best trios of corners in the National Football League, and we missed out on that opportunity, man. So I hate that. And if we were to back door and then trade one of them without giving them another season to play together, man, that would hurt, bro. Like that shit would hurt me. I ain't gonna hold you, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, I understand. I mean, I understand the business. The Cowboys just got to pick one year where there's not so much business and more about winning it all than just business. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's more about winning it all, then there's no way that you think you're a better team. Like, bro, how you gonna like? Not people don't like it because Trevon Diggs be injured all the time. Okay, well, how you gonna like it if he's not on the team? Don't that mean that's worse? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Like, yeah, I think the Cowboys and Cowboy fans, I think we first off got to chill out. The guys are on extensions. You gave them an extension because you believed that you wanted them for an extended amount of time. So, you can't, we gotta. And I don't like when we blame injuries against guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like it because man, Saquon Barkley showed us, man, that don't count a person out, bruh. As soon as you trade their ass or release their ass, they go and start working out extra hard, and now they winning Super Bowls, bro. Now you looking dumb, New York Giants.
Yeah.
They gonna have to retire his number in a whole different color. Dumb.
You ain't told no lies, kinfolk. You ain't told no lies, and I agree with you. I wish sometimes it was more about actual football being played than trying to finesse the books and finagle contracts and get a deal done and merchant. I wish it was more about trying to win a championship, dog. But this the last guy that I got. I did not include Michael Parsons for obvious reasons, but I am going to talk about Damone Clark. Not only, really, I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to trade him or extend him. I would cut Damone Clark right the fuck now. Because Damone Clark is not a good football player. He has not played good enough for anybody to want him. I don't have to wait because there's nothing he can do right now to want me to re-sign him. And I ain't going to extend him. So I might just say, fuck it, and cut this man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's not an option. I know I'm cheating because that's not in there. But I would cut Cuz. I ain't going to lie to you. What about you, Wes? What would you do with Damone Clark?
Yeah, I mean, I would have cut him last year, man. Like him. Who else? Clark. I forget. I had a list of dudes, but I ain't gonna name them because this ain't their business right now. That would be snitching then because they ain't had nothing to do with this. Got a black eye for no reason. So yeah, just talking about Damone Clark. Yeah, I'm cutting him. Like he a linebacker wearing number what? I don't even look like a linebacker. Exactly. Looking like a dang running. He looked like a running back. Keep it real. But I don't know, man. Some guys. Cowboys be. It always amazes me who the Cowboys pick to have faith in and who the guys they didn't pick to have faith in. You know what I'm saying? Like that always amazes me because a guy like Damone Clark, but I mean, it just lets you know how bad your defense was at one point where they thought he could make this team too, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, when you have elevated talent at every position, it's hard for guys like this to sneak through. But when you got a bunch of guys that are literally all trying to make the team, every week, then yeah, man, I can see a Damone Clark making it. But how did he get you know what I'm saying? How did he get I love my boy Noah Brown, but how did he stay in the league long enough to get good? If you know how to read between the lines, you understand what I'm saying. Like, how did you stay in the league long enough to get good? He good now though.
This the thing. You had to go through growing pains to get good. Why were you allowed to help lose me a game because your hands were for decoration? Why were you allowed to grow through that on my team? We were that bad at the moment that Noah Brown had to be wide receiver number 2 for us for a prolonged period of time. Like stuff like that would have never happened with Jimmy Johnson and them here. He would listen. We had a future Hall of Famer riding the bench back in the 90s. He had to go all the way to Jacksonville to turn up. We weren't playing that shit in Dallas back in the day.
Facts. I was just thinking about that.
Hey, what?
Like facts. Like I mean, and Noah Brown is my dude, but I say the same thing. Like, how do you get these how do these guys get these like it always amazes me who the Cowboys pick and choose to give, give an opportunity to. Like, why would you? I would have gave my trust to Odell Beckham before I gave it to freaking Noah Brown. But you can't trust Odell Beckham. What?
Yeah, that's
Like that's weird to me.
that's the stuff to make you go,
That's the stuff that makes
And hey, Justin Kitchen asked, did you get his cash out with?
Let me check. I have to check on my. Did he send it right now?
A little bit earlier in the show.
he sent it early in the show.
I'll tell him I'll check. I'll check and I got him.
He said he'll check, Justin. But thank you in
He said he'll
advance.
check, Justin. Thank you.
Thank you in advance, man. But man, I don't know, dog, because we're at the point now where we're doing the same thing. When we talk about Jalen Tolbert and Jonathan Mingo and shit like that, we already know for a fact that they're not really wide receiver 2 caliber players right now, right? It's just the fact that they're in Dallas. We need wide receiver 2 help. We're cheap as hell. So unless we make a trade for somebody, they gonna be what we got. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's a team in the National Football League that either one of them could be wide receiver 2 on right now. Neither one of them.
I mean, Cowboys gave away a 4th round pick for Mingo, so his ass. He gonna better do something. He got to do something, even if it ain't football related. He gotta go donate some blood, some plasma for free. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I need him washing cars. You know what I'm saying? Like every Thursday, he go down to the rec, shoot ball with the kids. Like, bro, you just can't go to practice and go home. Like, nah, no. I need a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But Cowboys just be giving away 4th round picks like it ain't nothing, man. They gave him Trey Lance, man. That's crazy, bro. That dude, that's crazy what they did to him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we gave away a 4th round pick for
and
Trey.
then we got.
No, I was just gonna say we gave away a 4th round pick
And then-
for Trey, man, and he played one game.
For Trey, man, and he played one game.
Yeah, but then think about this. I'm curious what they're gonna do with Deuce Vaughn.
Now, Wes, we know that Deuce Vaughn is the same size as a figurine. He should be in plastic somewhere on the shelf and not playing football. But his pappy here, his pappy in the scouting department is a feel-good story, so he's on the team. Now, granted, I was fooled in preseason one year because he was going crazy out there against those YouTubers and those truck drivers and UPS workers, warehouse workers. He cooked them, But you got to keep in mind they not in the National Football League no more. So of course he caught bodies against the folks that work 9 to 5s now. But I never understood drafting a 5'5" wide receiver in this day and a 5'5" running back in this day and age.
Well, you got 100 million. You got 100,000 views on that video. So we made a couple dollars. We listen to me. We ain't lose all the money on Deuce. Yeah, mate. We ain't lose all the money off Deucey. You know what I'm saying? And then we got Pops. We got his dad. You know what I'm talking about? He actually coming in doing extra work around the stadium and picking up cups and you know what I'm saying? Doing little odd jobs around the house. So he actually trying to do his little job, you know what I mean? But, all the rest of these jokers, man, they need to kick in. But yeah, man, But now I say, man, the thing about Deuce, man, you gotta the thing that hurts, I'm gonna tell you the thing that really hurts. I'm gonna tell you the person that really kills it for Deuce Vaughn. I'm gonna tell you the person that kills it for him.
Who is it?
I'm gonna tell you, I just want people to think about it for 10 seconds. Who is his biggest adversary on the team? Deuce Vaughn. Who's his biggest adversary? Who's his arch villain?
Deuce Vaughn?
Deuce Vaughn?
Yeah.
Is it himself?
Nope. Let me tell you who it is.
Who?
Cavante Turpin.
He do everything he can do.
Cavante Turpin. He does everything he can do, and because of Cavante Turpin, he takes him off the field for special teams. You know what I'm saying? Like if Cavante Turpin didn't do special teams, that would all be Deuce Vaughn's job. So now you legitimize him being on the team. But Cavante Turpin does everything he does, and he about to make $6 million. So Cavante Turpin's probably gonna be your third receiver for sure, making that type of money for the Cowboys. But that's the reason why Deuce Vaughn can't get on the field as far as any special teams. So it's like, because if he could get on the field for some special teams, you would see some stuff. You would see some stuff, because I know Deuce would look nasty in open field. But behind, it don't make no sense to put him behind no offensive line. Keep it real. You need to get the ball to him in front of the offensive line, like Reggie Bush.
Mm-hmm. That makes perfect sense, though.
So Deuce might be all right in the league, but he just got to go somewhere where he can play, where he can be the returner and the punt returner. Even if he didn't do it in college, nigga, this ain't the college. Nigga, Dez didn't do it in college, but he did it in the NFL. Matter of fact, his first touchdown was a punt return.
I remember that. I was lit too.
Yeah. So yeah. Deuce needs more opportunities, and he's not going to get him at running back.
I mean, he shouldn't. Because when you think about the running back room, like, even though I don't like these guys, the one thing they actually have on Deuce Vaughn is they actually have real running back size. I'm not out here worrying that he gets somebody accidentally breathe on him too hard, and he tip over and from the football and nothing like that. Like, they actually have regular running back size. Now, regardless on if they're actually better running backs, like vision and stuff like that, that's neither here nor there. If you don't have the physicality to get on the field in the National Football League, you're not going to play. And I believe everybody else fits that criteria to a better degree than Deuce Vaughn does.
Well, I believe that the children are the future, and if you lay them on, they will show us the way. You know what I'm saying? Show us all the beautifulness we have inside.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I believe. Amen. I don't believe in, and I believe in Jesus, but I don't believe in these. I don't even know these dudes. I don't even know these dudes. What you talking about? I don't know these dudes. I have no clue who these dudes are. Dudes, I just met you. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Yeah, man. Like, this is a prove it league, man. I don't need to believe in nobody in the NFL. That's what I love about the NFL, man. It's like, this is a prove it league. Like, nobody has earned the right for me to be like, hey, I believe in him, except for Dak Prescott when he plays against the Philadelphia Eagles. Mm-hmm. That's pretty believable. It's pretty damn believable. You know, it's almost guaranteed, low key. But yeah, man. Other than that, man, the rest of these dudes got to prove it, man. The rest of these dudes definitely got to prove it. You know what I'm saying? But listen, you can't be Cowboys talking about they're obviously gonna be a run the ball first team, because that looks like the avenue they're going towards. So offensive line's going to do their job, and in training camp, someone very, very fastly is going to have to set themselves apart from everybody else.
I agree, because
Jaden Blue is not going to get an opportunity to bring kick returns back with Cavante Turpin on his team.
Making that money, hell no.
Hell no.
Also, shout out to the Lunatic for the $2 super chat. My brother said, keep up the great work, HTM and West Coast, DC4L. That's my guy, so salute to you. Thank you for the love. And hey, if you did not know, me and Landlord did beat the RICO case. So we are back monetized on YouTube. You can hit the super chat now, and I'll be able to get it. You can send the super stickers. I'll be able to get it. We're back in full effect. And make sure, while we're on here, man, y'all also show love to West Coast Cash App, man. Show them some love and support my brother as well.
Did you beat the charge, or did y'all settle out of court for 20 years probation like Young Thug?
We beat the charge, man. Listen, and we ain't have to snitch on nobody. We ain't tell on nobody from Harlem.
Hey, it ain't no, listen to facts. As long as the witnesses take the payment, it ain't no witnesses. What you talking about?
Oh, Lord.
What is you talking about? We ain't even got witnesses.
We don't do that here. Let's see. My boy said, let's talk about how Tyler Guyton needs to turn from shit to at least okay.
to at least okay.
This is the thing I'm gonna say about Tyler Guyton, and I'm gonna let Wes cook. We have to. The thing with Tyler Guyton is I'm going to trust the Dallas Cowboys track record until proven otherwise, because he struggled. But then Boss pointed out that before the season even started, that I did a video series about all the pass rushers he was going to play. He played some of the most dominant pass rushers in the National Football League, from Myles Garrett, Kayvon Thibodeau twice, played Trey Hendrickson, and all these other dominant pass rushers, right? So I'm not making an excuse for him because he did play bad, but he was a raw rookie that never played the left tackle position before, and I will give him time to adjust to the National Football League. So if he's sorry this year, then we can talk about it. But based on the track record of the Dallas Cowboys with the development of offensive linemen, I'm willing to bet that he'll be better this year. And I got to believe that because I'm not trying to draft the left tackle next year. But go ahead, Wes.
Yeah, I mean that's my official statement on it too. Shoot, to keep it real, like I have hopes, not even hopes. I have the odds say the odds say he'll be better this year. But I mean, I don't necessarily. I mean, I think he might not have played bad. He just played as good as he could play against the competition that he was going against. You know what I'm saying? So, I take that in consideration as well. You know what I'm saying? That happens a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you just play as good as you could versus the talent you was playing against. And it was his first year. That's why I'm not all on Tyler Biotis. You know what I'm saying? I'm still giving these guys opportunity to get better. You know what I'm saying? Because they're playing against they're young, and they're playing against some very experienced guys. And you got to remember, Tyler Biotis is a little different than Tyler Guyton, because Tyler Guyton, you drafted him. The expectation was for him to be ready right now. But at that position, you got to know that there's going to be some growing pains, just because the guys that are getting paid, they're like they're the next, the highest paid guys, quarterback, the next highest paid guys, the dude trying to kill the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And you got to stop it. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why the left tackle makes so much, because the requirement that's put on them. So, I would definitely say he has to have another year before I say anything negative about him.
That's fair too. And Wes, I'm gonna ask you this: do you ever notice that we have quite a few offensive linemen that leave Dallas and they play good? Like you just mentioned Tyler Biotis, and he was able to play well enough to help his team get to the NFC Championship game, right? We talked about Connor McGovern, who left. Connor McGovern made the Pro Bowl this year. He helped the Bills go to the AFC Championship game. So, do you think that we give up? Not even the fans. Forget the fans are emotional. Fanatic. That's what fan is short for. We're supposed to be passionate and a little crazy. But I think even the front office might give up on some of these offensive players before a little bit too early. What you think about that?
I mean, like I said, Tyler Biotis is a good example. Is a good example of, you got to give guys opportunity to grow. And then Connor Williams left the Cowboys and ended up being was it Connor Williams was the one that went to Miami. They ended up being a safe center.
He had all pro consideration before he had the career-ending injury.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's we're gonna see, man. But the Cowboys, they I gotta hop off here, but I say it like this, man. The Cowboys have, even the guys who aren't here anymore, you know what I'm saying? Like the Tyler Biotises and the Connor Williams of the world, who have gone on and have to have pretty solid play, who played pretty solid since they left the Cowboys, prove to me that, for the most part, the Cowboys know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Worst case scenario, they just don't give them enough time, but they end up picking guys that end up being good. Mm-hmm. That's the one position we can kind of you know what I'm saying, kind of chill out.
Yeah, I'll damn sure give you that one. But Wes, what you want to say before we get out of here, though, man?
Shoot, love the Lord and never look down because the stars up.
Peace.